What's up, guys? Spenny. Absolute historic moment happening before our very eyes in Anchorage, Alaska, as these two men, who look totally unbothered here, pursue peace. That's exactly what the words say behind them, and this is precisely what they did. Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin met and seemed very chummy on the red carpet, literally rolling out the red carpet. President Trump, a show of force from the get. You see here, the two men rolling up. Donald Trump having some kind words with Vladimir. Now, Trump doesn't speak Russian. Vladimir does speak some English. It seems like they had a chummy time. Now, there's also something very chummy, something you pull on your buddies, a prank, which is what Trump did, only the kind of prank that you can pull when you're the commander-in-chief. Trump flew a B-2 bomber and an F-22 Raptor right over the head of Vladimir Putin, right here. And Putin couldn't help himself, stopped in his tracks and looked up. Absolutely epic moment. Here's another angle of it. So, peace through strength, right? Thank you for your attention to this matter. Thank you for your attention to this matter. They should have written it on the bottom of the B-2 bomber. So what happened in their meeting? Now everybody wants to know, well, what happened in the meeting, right? The two men went and sat down, and then all the press were taken out of the room, and they met for 3 hours after this epic event. And what occurred? Trump did do the hand yank, classic Trump hand yank to Putin. Then they rode in the beast. Even just meeting on American soil is, of course, a great honor. Well, now we know, ladies and gentlemen. We know what happened in the meeting, and something that occurred during the press conference afterwards stunned the world. First off, here's Vladimir Putin agreeing that there was an agreement that was reached and a structure of a deal that was set forth, and all that needs to happen is Volodymyr Zelensky and Europe needs to not screw it up.
I would like to hope that the agreement that we've reached together will help us bring closer that goal and will pave the path towards peace in Ukraine. We expect that Kiev and European capitals will perceive that constructively and that they won't throw a wrench in the works.
Don't throw a wrench in the works. But there is something really remarkable that happened here, which is Vladimir Putin just confirmed one of Trump's biggest campaign talking points. You remember Donald Trump would constantly say, if he were president, there would be no Ukraine war.
Commander-in-chief, if that's what you call him, that we've ever had. They can't stand him. So let's get that straight. And they like me more than just about any of them. And that's based on every single bit of information. As far as Russia and Ukraine, if we had a real president, the president that knew, that was respected by Putin, he would have never invaded Ukraine.
So Donald Trump says this, libs make fun of Trump for saying this, and then Putin comes out and says this.
Remind you that in 2022, during the last contact with the previous administration, I tried to convince my previous American colleague that
Joe Biden.
the situation should not be brought to the point of no return when it would come to hostilities. And I said it quite directly back then that it's a big mistake. Today, when President Trump saying that if he was the president back then, there will be no war. And I'm quite sure that it would indeed be so. I can confirm that. I think that overall, me and President Trump have built a very good, business-like and trustworthy contact. And I have every reason to believe that moving down this path, we can come, and the sooner the better.
So, Putin confirms that there would have been no war if Donald Trump had been in office. Libs on life support. And then Putin speaks English for the first time ever. I've never heard him speak English. On camera, Vladimir Putin gives a massive olive branch to Trump in front of the world.
Interfered with by the Russia hoax that made it a little bit tougher to deal with, but he understood it. I think he's probably seen things like that during the course of his career. He's seen it all. but we had to put up with the Russia hoax. He knew it was a hoax, and I knew it was a hoax, but what was done was very criminal. But it made it harder for us to deal as a country in terms of the business and all of the things that we'd like to have dealt with. But we'll have a good chance when this is over. So,
President Trump there talking about the Russia hoax, and then Putin stunning the world and saying, come on over to Moscow in English.
Putin wants to see that as much as I do. So, again, Mr. President, I'd like to thank you very much, and we'll speak to you very soon and probably see you again very soon. Thank you very much, Vladimir.
Next time in Moscow.
Oh, that's an interesting one. I don't know. I'll get a little heat on that one, but I could see it possibly happening. Thank you very much, Vladimir. And thank you all. Thank you. Thank you.
Isn't that what you want? Isn't that what you're looking for? Don't you want peace in our time? Isn't this all the point? The point of this is peace, right? Then after Vladimir Putin invites Donald Trump to Moscow in English, after saying that they've come to an agreement and that everything is going great and they just need to go back to their own sides and get this deal done, they do something that stuns the world over. They just walk away. A remarkable moment. They just straight up say, peace out. We out of here. We out ya. Amazing. And listen to the reporters roar.
Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, yes. An incredible troll. All these reporters go up there to ask questions and try and derail the peace process. That's what they're all going to do. They're all going to ask questions on behalf of Ukraine and try and F this whole thing up. And Trump and Putin just walk off and say, nope, we're not going to allow it. An absolutely stunning move. Stunning. You can hear the reporters seething. They are seething. It takes like 9-10 hours to get to Anchorage. All these reporters live in New York and DC. Zero questions from the press conference here at Anchorage. Trump and Putin sending a message to the media will not derail the peace process. Trump and Putin shared a cordial goodbye. Here's video of them seemingly having a nice time together. You can't hear what they're saying. A translator there standing between them. Looks like they're having a nice time. Okay. Total meltdowns on CNN over this. Trump confirming that he would have never invaded. Massively productive meeting. Trump saying they're so close to peace. Calling out the Russia hoax. And Putin saying next time in Moscow. And they both walk off like a boss. CNN reporting Trump was angry and furious at Putin afterwards. Does this look like he's angry? No, of course not. You're witnessing history. These are the two most powerful men on earth. They recognize that they are not enemies. They share the same enemies. Trump called them the deep state. Putin calls them the golden billion. But they're the same entity. Panic in D.C. That's right. Putin just stated publicly that it was Biden's escalation that caused the Ukraine war. Confirmed it wouldn't have happened if Trump was in office, because Trump was right. Goodness gracious. They mocked him for it, but it's true. I love this post. I guess we'll leave it here. Liberals negotiating a peace deal. 6 months of planning. Big summit in Prague. 32 court eunuchs sit around a table. Nothing significant accomplished. Trump negotiates peace deal. 1 week of planning. YOLO the entire thing. Meet at a U.S. Air Force base in Putin's backyard. One-on-one, man-to-man discussion. Fly B-2 stealth bomber overhead. And flex American power. Remind me, who is the peacemaker? President Trump. Peacemaker. Does he look bothered to you? History happening before our eyes. It's great to be able to cover it here with you. God bless you. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.